The Aquaman sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
The last final DCEU movie.
It's finally coming to a close this December 20th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right around the Color Purple musical and the the Willy Wonka musical.
Yeah, so this will be another musical. No.
I mean, in a weird way, there is parts of this that not that it's a musical, but like go into this very fantastical, very. I guess we can just
the first, yeah,
but like it even like starts off like very quirky and like he's like
I've had a great life. I have a great family. I'm the king of Atlantis. What else could I want? And
I was jobless. Now I have a job.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, what were your thoughts before I talk about it?
Yeah, I was telling Zach earlier, I had seen this like a shortened version of it during a Thursday night game, I guess it was. And I thought it looked really good then, and then I saw the extended version just before the podcast, and I really like where they're going with the plot in this. Making Black Manta the first, sorry, not the first, but the villain from the first movie, having him come back, kind of going on this vengeance tour and trying to like fuck up the whole kingdom of Atlantis. I like all of that. And I like the fact that we're getting like a bromance brother story. I love that. Yeah, he's breaking Orm out of prison, and they're gonna have some reconnection going on in this movie, and I like Patrick Wilson a lot, so that's probably why I'm excited about that. But I thought he was a good character in the first movie too. So
he was one of the best parts for me.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think the story feels very natural, and then you get the like elements that like James Wan was talking about, how his like Trench spinoff got canceled, and so he brought over the elements from that movie into this one. Like that was it's supposed to be a Black Manta like movie, basically, the Trench, and so yeah, he's bringing the villain from that, and then the whole like kingdom we were going to explore in the Trench. I feel like you see them, maybe not quite a bit, but you see them in this trailer. They're like these dark green-eyed creatures, I think, and yeah, it was supposed to be more of like a horror type spinoff, but you're getting a lot of dark elements in this trailer, a lot of fantastical elements too. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's leaning heavily into the aesthetic of the first movie in a way, and I kind of really like that, aesthetic and craziness of the first movie. So I'm pretty up for what this trailer kind of presents.
I agree with everything you're saying, but it's weird because I watched this trailer and I watched it and just thought that was a mess.
Really?
Like, this is what I think is, when I watched the original Aquaman trailers, I also kind of thought they were weird, and like the way that they're shot, I thought was kind of odd.
Sure.
And the same thing happens in here, where it feels like there's this hyper realistic, fast, high frame rate thing to it. And some of the shots look incredible. Yeah, and some of the shots, like, I do love the way that, like, when Black Manta's like on the throne, that looks great. There's a lot of
his
action
trident
scenes.
Looks super cool too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great shots, but it's also this interesting way that James Wan shoots things that I thought I was kind of nervous about with the first movie, like especially a lot of the stuff where the guards kind of like try to take his mom back, and there's this whole action sequence with the house, and it's and the same thing when the same kind of guards are following them through the or whoever they are following them throughout the city, and like you get the shots where like Hera's on the roof and then Arthur's like in the stuff below them, but when I watched the movie, it worked really well. So what I'm assuming is, like, I'm hoping that it'll be the same exact, like it'll feel really normal and well put together in the movie. But for some reason, the trailers
just don't work for you in a way. Yeah.
But the trailer, I mean, it was just so strange. It started off like this weird, like, hey, I'm Aquaman and I'm drying my suit out on the clothing line.
That wasn't in like the playoffs. That's not the playoffs. The NFL game I was watching. So, but yeah, no, I agree. There was a bit of cheesiness there.
Which, I would say a good bit. I mean, I appreciate it. And I like the story idea. But it did seem like, wow, there's a lot going on. Like there's all this.
You know, what's interesting though? We're not like, I didn't see any of the, of like the environment plot that they were kind of hinting at.
I think there was a bit of it that was like, what do we leave behind for our children?
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I think there might be a bit of that.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this movie to delve more into the Seven Kingdoms, and because I
feel like it gave a lot of the movie away though.
It did. Too. It gave a lot of, because it was like almost a 3-minute trailer. So I would be okay not watching another trailer until this movie came out.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
You know, we might review another trailer when it comes out. Who knows? But this trailer got me excited for the conclusion, perhaps, of like Aquaman. Because I don't think a lot of stories need a 3-parter. I think 2 parts can work. And I think this could be a good 2-part story for Aquaman. And we could just have him sail off into the sunset. So
yeah. I think it has the potential to be very good. I just watched it and I was a bit like, there is some high fantasy elements going on.
Super high fantasy.
Very out there, but
isn't that similar. Cool for a comic book movie? I feel like a lot of comic book movies now don't go that way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I just I'm a little, after watching the trailer, I just thought, well, I hope this all makes sense and feels okay, because on paper it's like
it's crazy.
The king of Atlantis, and my mom is the the queen or whatever, and Nicole Kidman's riding fucking space or sea animals, and there's
but there was a whole like sea battle last
No, I know,
movie,
I know. It's just, but like this time it's like there's an evil trident and it goes all the way back to Atlantis or like to like the first king, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. But there's also that level of camp to it that I don't know what to think about it.
I'm curious though if this movie's gonna do well, because a lot of the box office of the first one came from like international box office. So like maybe they'll still come out and see this movie despite all the DCEU problems. So like it's possible. Like I would say guaranteed this does better than Blue Beetle. Maybe it does around the same numbers as The Flash, which would be rough, but I don't think it's going to be as successful as the first movie. But it could be the most successful DC movie of this year, which is saying something.
It's hard to believe that Shazam came out this year.
Feels so long ago, but it also is like, kind of fitting that it came out this year.
We've had 4 DCEU movies this year.
They really packed them in this year. Yeah. I'm happy we're getting just one next year.
We are?
Yeah, Joker 2, not DCEU, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it looks like a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. You're right there. Yeah. But I think it looks like it could be good. So,
I think it has the potential.
It does.